The symptoms of jaundice can be categorized as number 1, prodromal symptom or pre-icteric symptom. Number 2, icteric symptom. And number 3, post-icteric or a stage of recovery symptoms. Let us see. In a patient with a jaundice, as you know, there are so many causes, and jaundice is only a symptom or it may be only a sign, various causes, something like that. The symptoms also varying from patient to patient. Anyway, let us see what may be the symptom of a patient with a pre-icteric or prodromal status of jaundice. As we mentioned earlier, mostly our patient will complain of fatigability, malaise and constitutional symptoms like anorexia, nausea and vomiting. Fever with a upper abdominal pain or tenderness, with bowel disorders, as we mentioned earlier, alternate diarrhea or constipation. And there is a specific symptom on keen enquiry. Your patient will say he were having a brownish discoloration of urine 2 days before the onset of jaundice. That means urine is very concentrated, high colored, like a tea or coffee colored urine may be the symptom. And after this influenza like a fever, abdominal pain, or muscle cramps with the bowel disorders, this set of pre-icteric or prodromal symptoms may disappear or it may get vanished. In icteric phase, you can see there is scleral or generalized jaundice. That means the white portion of our eyes, that is sclera. The sclera seems to be very yellowish with a generalized yellowish tinge of the skin in the mucocutaneous junction or over the nails, etc. can be seen, and the spread of the yellow discoloration is very rapidly for several days to week. And there is increased right upper quadrant tenderness or right upper quadrant pain, or there may be some sort of discomfort or a sore feeling or a heavy feeling in the right upper quadrant or right hypochondria. Along with the yellowish sclera or yellowish mucocutaneous junction or a yellowish tongue or a yellowish nails, you can see there is on palpation, there is hepatomegaly or a splenomegaly or hepatosplenomegaly very occasionally. And on close observation, you can see there may be slight lymphadenopathy. And this icteric phase usually varying from 1 week to 4 weeks. In post-icteric phase, the constitutional symptoms of jaundice getting relieved or symptoms may disappear, and at the same time you can see the liver may be enlarged or there may be a positive still hepatomegaly with a abnormal LFT can be seen. And this post-icteric or a recovery phase may range from, and it is variable, from 2 weeks to 12 months. That means the post-icteric phase varying from the type of infections or a degree of pathology. So it is usually varied from 2 weeks to 12 weeks, that means up to 3 months. And it is the post-icteric phase is more prolonged in, especially in hepatitis B and hepatitis C viral infections. And keep in mind the complete biochemical recovery, or it can expected 1 to 2 months after the all cases of HIV and HCV infection, and 3 months in HBV infections. Keep in mind, in hepatitis B viral infections, along with the jaundice or constitutional symptoms, the main PC of our patient along with jaundice in hepatitis B viral infection, arthralgia and urticaria like symptoms are also present. That means joints pains with the itching of the skin. There may be tender hepatomegaly and splenomegaly. One more characteristic symptom of patient with jaundice, especially with hepatitis B infection, the PC of your patient may be he is having distaste of tobacco smoke. He may having habit of smoking, but now he feels distaste of the same. So, depending on the type of infection, the prodromal or pre-icteric, icteric and post-icteric phase varying from person to person depending on the type of virae, so we have to screen our patient at least up to 3 to 6 months even after a recovery of jaundice.